had like a certain like decline since the game started, you know? Like
I think it's less of her declining and more of the other characters being the top tiers just being better than her. I think
okay.
she's still really solid. I think she's capable of winning, but I just think as it stands, like she has to work harder than the rest of the characters that's above her at the moment.
Would you say this is an example right here, like Marisa?
Now Marissa actually has to work here.
Okay.
It's more of like if I mess up that she's gonna win. And like I just gotta be ready for everything because Marissa kind of tends to just do that, the armor, and like she's susceptible to lows and.
Right.
If I just Marissa out majority of the game, I'm going to win. Because she, like I said, she has a lack of defensive options. And thankfully, she has a lack of anti-airs.
Yeah,
Also
it seems like a lot of her bigger hits can be really susceptible to perfect parry. And I was gonna say that's really a spot to where like Marisa thrives right there is where like, you know, you see people doing DPs and stuff like that. The punish counters is really where she really hits you with really, really massive damage. But so far, like Jimmy DR, you see that he's like literally using every bit of his resource to get in, and it's costing him a little bit.
Yeah. So as long as I keep her out and just react to like her options, everything's fine. And I don't do anything stupid.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Do you feel like dealing with the mental stack in neutral in this game is as difficult as I feel like people talked about earlier on? Like you say like you have to keep her out in neutral and you should win. She's a character that punishes you for making mistakes. Do you find this game makes it easy to make mistakes in the neutral?
I mean, I think neutral is very scary in this game because people feel like, oh, like a lot of people don't have neutral skills in this game, but it's not that they don't have neutral, it's just extremely scary. I feel like neutral in this game right now is a gamble. Like, I literally just whipped right there and I died. Like, the recovery on some of the normals is absurd, but then there's other characters in the game that don't have recovery on their normals. So now it just turns into a battle of, oh, I gotta flail, I gotta drive rush in. That's why people kind of just, you know, do what they do and just hope for the best.
My man Jimmy DR, he confirmed that from half court. Like, that was the furthest reaching. That was the furthest reaching poke that he could possibly do, and he literally confirmed level 3 off that. So yeah, I see exactly what you're saying. And the Brad's point, because like, there's so much that you have to deal with a character neutral wise, but then you have to add like the game mechanics as well. So that just adds another layer onto another layer that you have to think about when it comes to neutral, and it's just it can be difficult. It can be really, really daunting for a lot of players. Excuse me.
So while we're on the topic of like character strength and top tiers and stuff, like we can get the obvious questions out of the way, right? Like, what do you think the top of this game looks like tier list wise?
As in like character strength between characters, like individually, or you think
like who do you think is best? Like let's say a top 5. I asked it the way I did because I feel like there's people that have a hard time like. Top 3 is easy, top 5 is a little harder, and then you'll have like a top 7 where it's like these 3 are S, the rest are A. You know what I mean?
Right. I definitely say JP number 1.
Oh yeah.
I feel like no matter what JP you fight, you're always gonna have trouble trying to.
Oh yeah.
It's never a question whether or not you're gonna win. Like you're not questioning if you're winning. It's
bro.
very like
enough.
No, hold that, bro. You don't win. You just get a little better every time. It's all good.
Yeah, you don't win. You get lucky.
Right. Guess right on that.
Lucky. Got lucky.
Right.
Two top 8s in less than a week. That's not luck. That's not luck. I'm out here deep frying.
Okay, confirm the character's ugly. Understood. But how about the other 2?
I say Ken and Luke. I think they're right behind each other for sure. Like I think they both have similar strengths, but they have no weakness. I honestly think the top 4, top 5 literally has no weaknesses like at all.
Okay. So who would you round that list out with? Because there's 3. That's JP, Ken, Luke. Who are you rounding out that top 5 list with?
JP, Ken, Luke, DJ, and possibly Chun. I say possibly Chun. Well, hold on, because I'm about to die here. I'll spend it. I don't know. I'm a little bit concerned. I think either Chun and I'd say Chun. I think Chun is cheaper than people think.
Brad, would you put Chun in the top 5, right?
I think so. I wouldn't put her in. I don't like saying top 5 because I feel like we have a top 3, and then there's like 5 or so characters that go in that next tier, and Chun is absolutely in that bucket, I think.
Okay.
But I think I tend to agree that like Ken, JP, Luke, they're in sort of that additional bucket of like, okay, they're better, they're just barely better than the other best characters, and in enough of a way that's significant. Okay. And that's why I ask, like, don't give me, like, you don't have to give a top 3 or a top 5, but like,
oh my God,
S tier to A tier. Oh damn.
Yeah, you can't do squat, but you lived.
I just beat him.
Oh shit.
This man Jimmy DR is the devil, bro. Here you go.
I got him. I won.
Oh yeah, you won. There you go.
Yeah, I was gonna say with him and Burnout.
Yeah, you can just apply pressure right here. Keep moving to the corner.
Oh.
The funniest thing was watching him just get like crushed and Benji going, "Yeah, you won," and I'm like, "This dude has no HP."
It's always doable when someone's burnt out in this game. If he was in a corner, that was a definite W. But it was just me having to put him in a corner, put him in that situation where he can't like do anything. But like once she's in this situation, what can she really do? Really? Like she.
I mean, that's the.
Yeah, Jimmy DR holding W right here.
The thing that's so scary about Marisa is like every time you're like, what can she do? If she finds that one thing, that's all it takes. She's dropping a house on you.
Yeah. Like you just have to overwhelm her and just kind of be better. Don't give her an opportunity to play better than you. It's not even playing better. I just think, you know, she just has the damage output to keep her in the game constantly. You don't have to be better half the time when you're playing Marisa. You just have to, you know, make the right calls.
That definitely
right, like in a game where like if you have resources, 3 or 4 touches is it. Marisa suddenly with resources turns it into like, yeah, okay, 2 is all it takes, because she can just put out chunks. And if she burns level 3, you're guaranteed in the corner, so she gets that extended pressure after.
Oh man,
not that it matters to you.
Oh man, Naji, damn.
Are you undefeated so far tonight? I think you are.
So far. I'm surprised I'm doing as good as I'm talking. Usually when I'm talking, I'll play like dog, but I don't know. I guess you got the energy.
My man's relaxed right now, man. This Naji.
That's the vibe of the kickback. Okay, so if while we're in between matches, I want to get a little bit of history for people that don't really know. So you said earlier you were like, oh, I started playing, I started going out to locals in like season 3 of Street Fighter 5, but you had referenced that you had been playing Juri the whole time. So how did you get into fighting games? Like, what was the one that really grabbed you and brought you in?
Oh man, I literally love telling this story. So
okay.